Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, January 18th, and it's about 8:30 in the morning. Sunrise was at 7:25 a.m., and we're expecting sunset around 5:50 p.m. Moonrise should happen around 3:27 p.m., and moonset should be at 4:41 a.m. It is a waxing gibbous moon. Right now it is 44 degrees outside, but it feels like 47. We have 78% humidity with 97% humidity expected later on today. There is 76% cloud cover, as you can see. Our UV index is 1. Winds are coming out of the west at 2 miles per hour with gusts in the 4 mile per hour range. Visibility is 10 miles. Our dew point is 45 degrees. There is low pollen today, thank God. Our air quality index is at 50, so air quality is considered good. The barometric pressure is 30.18, and we are expecting a very good day. So what does all this mean? It means it's a great day to take seed inventory, and that is exactly what I'm going to go inside and do. Journey! Hi, Journey! Journey, go have your breakfast. Go have your breakfast. Now, every year, Michael and I start a garden book. And we use the book to record when we plant stuff, what we're doing with different seeds. We map out where the garden beds are going to be. And it all starts, like I said, with the seed inventory. What you see here are dragon's blood seeds. I saved them from last year's garden bed. We have some other seeds, mystery seeds. We forgot to mark those, don't know what they are. We've got some crepe myrtle, cucumber, Dixie butter peas, lots of cantaloupe, different kinds of cantaloupe, different kinds of corn, acorn squash, turnips, carrots, wisteria, zucchini. We've got some watermelon, bush beans, Roma beans, blue beans, pink-eyed cornets, and this whole thing is full of seeds too. Herbs, sage, there's green pepper in there, radishes. So basically we're going to go through all of those, or I'm going to go through all those and record what we have, and then later go out and map out the garden and decide where we're going to plant everything this year. But before I do that, we're going to finish up breakfast. I made hot cornbread muffins this morning, so we're having them with butter and some golden blossom honey along with our coffee. It's a breakfast blend coffee with Italian sweet cream. So we're going to go ahead and have a little breakfast and then count some seeds. Alright, I finished the seed inventory, and I just wanted to show you these. We save these tobacco cans and use them for any stray seeds that we have. So I had those out just in case, along with some laser printer labels and masking tape to go ahead and make labels for those, but we didn't need them. And you can see right here we've got a few herbs left: sage, garlic chives, and cilantro. And we have some flower seeds left: the crepe myrtle, wisteria, scarlet trumpeter, some ground roses, dragon's blood, and 3 bags of mystery seeds. Somebody gave them to us, and whatever they were was written on it, but it wore off, so I have no idea what it is. Michael's not sure either. And you can see for the vegetables, we have quite a bit. We have a bunch of different varieties. We have pink-eye cornet peas, pole blue lake round beans, Roma 2-bush beans flat, Dixie butter peas, silver queen corn, sweet corn, Danvers carrots, bell peppers, radishes, market cucumbers, straight 8 cucumbers, assorted cucumbers, I don't know what variety they are, just right turnips, pumpkin seeds that we got actually from the pumpkins that we grew last year, table queen acorn squash, black beauty zucchini, Congo watermelon, honeydew cantaloupe, and Hale's jumbo cantaloupe. Now that we have the seed inventory done, I'm going to go outside with some graph paper and get a lay of the land so we can start sketching out where the garden beds are going to go. We're going to put some new ones out there this year, and we're going to later on decide what's going to go in each bed. Alright, I sort of have it sketched out. I'm not very good at this stuff, so it's kind of not to scale, definitely not to scale, and a little off. But basically it shows our circular drive, and then the backyard is where most of the planting is. But we also have the front yard there, and this section here that we can plant, and then back here and there we're surrounded with woods, so we have like little paths that go out into the back for shade gardens. But mainly what I'm focusing on right now is this, and the property also goes off into the other lot, so I don't include that in this little map either. But you can see as you come out the house, there's the patio, and then there's a series of beds with the little fencing, and then our driveway. Well, our parking area is right there. We've got some trees and beds over here, and some of Trinity's clubhouses, and the backyard sheds, and her swing set area. And then we have the arbor walkway and more beds. And we have a little bed over along the fence line. Beds and vines, grapevines, jasmine, lilies. And then we have a little play area for her, which is over here with some of our fruit trees and fruit bushes. The blueberry bushes over there and the lemon tree. And I'll take you outside and show you what all that looks like in just a minute. Okay, so outside now you can see we've got this big shrub which has to be maintained. We have to trim that down, and the little grass there, and our sago palm. And then that white thing is to help block the garbage can from the circular drive there. You can see a circular drive coming in. Over in that corner is Trinity's clubhouse. And then here is our main planting areas. We have our raised herb bed, which has been here for several years, 2 years actually, and it's starting to get very weedy. So the thyme ran its course. That's gone. We still have rosemary, mint, and oregano in here, so we're just going to leave those in here and build another herb bed this year. We got our tomatoes going. They got hit by the frost, but they're actually making a comeback. You can see the dead parts with the fresh parts. And we've also been growing through the winter carrots and turnips. That's what's in those containers there. We have our pineapples in here. And then this bed last year had flowers in it, mums and things. We're going to go ahead and change that out and do something different. Not sure what yet. They are ground roses, which I have extra seeds for. We're going to plant some more of them this year. We've got lantana here. This is the arbor walkway that I've talked about before. We've got one bed started here, and then we're going to put another bed on this side, and then at least one on this side, maybe two, depending, because we don't want to narrow out that walkway. We've got this bed here that has flowers in it. It's got some amaryllis and dianthus in there. And this bed last year was all herbs, so we may or may not do that again. We're thinking really to do a tiered herb bed, but we'll see. This was where the green peppers and hot peppers were. We may put them back this year. We'll see. This is Trinity's bed. Keeps getting hit hard with ants, so I don't know, but we have this bed here. And then over here, this was all wildflowers. We didn't like how that came out, so we've been killing off the wildflowers. We're going to till that up, put something else there. We've got this other little bed. Then over here is our dogwood, which we're going to have to, hopefully it'll flower this year. We just got it last year, and it got tore up by grasshoppers, so it's not feeling too well. We have the two beds here. This is where we had our radishes and turnips and underground stuff. We want to extend it out, till up this section, and make another bed right here, so it'll be a series of 3. This is our pear tree. We trimmed that this year, pruned it a little bit. And Trinity's little Junior Ranger clubhouse, which we are considering moving to another location because it's where we put it makes it difficult to mow the lawn, so we'll see. This is our pomegranate tree. We haven't decided where to put it yet. It hasn't produced any pomegranates yet, so I don't know about that. You can see our little sago palm. There's the other part of the arbor. Ooh, big bird. Anyway, back here is the fairy garden, which I showed you earlier. We're going to do shade flowers and a seating area back here, at least. That is the general plan. We'll see what happens. But that's what that looks like for now. And we've got this little bed here. We tried strawberries in here last year. Did not work at all. Nothing came up. So, not going to do that again this year. We have this big bed. We didn't use it last year. We had just started it late in the season, so we're going to plant stuff there this year. That, we are not sure what that is. It started off on its own. We'll wait and see. We've got our little cigar plants and Shasta daisies, and I believe that's foxglove, but I'm not sure at this point. We're talking about turning that into a bed there. That was our burn pit when we cleaned out the shrubbery and undergrowth last year. We took all the dead leaves from the first part of the forest there. We're trying to work our way back, brought them here and burned them, and so we're looking to rototill that up and maybe put a bed there this year. We've got our cedar tree, and then over here was our first blueberry bush. It did pretty well last year, and we'd like to add more blueberry bushes, so this will be our blueberry section. And then we have that section of the property we haven't really done anything with. This did not turn out so well. This section was where we had the birds and the sunflowers and where we store our bonfire wood, and it goes off into our shooting range and trail area. And the deer would come and eat all the sunflowers. They never stood a chance. We had some wildflowers and stuff over here and some mums. They did pretty good, so we'll see what happens. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with this area. We've got our improved Myers lemon over here. It is doing well. It took a long time for the lemons to finally be ready to be picked. But anyway, we do have that. This is our Japanese magnolia, and we've been feeding that. Hopefully it will blossom again this year. In the back corner, I don't know if you can really tell, but we have in the corner itself is wild blackberries. Then that clump of stuff that you see down there is actually lilies that come up. We've got a grapevine, we've got jasmine, which is on the fence line, sweet jasmine, and then the big old oak tree. We've got our mimosa tree, which is pretty much turned into a bird tree, as you can see. See all the birds on there? I'm trying to zoom in without scaring them away. They seem to really love it. So we have a bird feeder, we have little bird houses, we put a bird bath over there, and we're hoping that they'll stay around for a while. Look at them all. Getting lots of activity at that feeder. And then as you can see on the sides of the property, those tires we converted into planters. And the two blue ones that you see there worked out well, but the other ones that are further back in the property didn't work out at all. So we'll probably repurpose them this year. You're not bothering the birds, are you? I hope not. You leave the birdies alone, Journey.